Cross button. Continue. Square button. Load game. Triangle button. Force and control spells help you juggle smaller enemies. With practice, you can even manipulate spell cooldowns to juggle enemies indefinitely.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood.
I've seen you before.
We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ramrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
Many quests have spell or level requirements. Left button.
I should ask Sirona at the Three...
Come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Revelio.
Level 18. Quests. Beasts class. The Caretaker's Loot. Beasts class. Cross button. Untrack quest. Inventory. Quests. Quests. Professor Garlick's Assignment 1. Madame Kagawa's Assignment 2. Professor Garlick's Madame Kagawa's Assignment 2. Madame Kagawa wants me to practice. Professor Garlick's Assignment 1. Professor Garlick wants me to field test a venomous tentacula and a mandrake. The Caretaker's Lunar Lament. Gladwin Moon, the Hogwarts Beasts class. I need to attend. Cross button. Cross button. Level. Inventory.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Honeyduke's Passageway. Circle button. Lumos.
Levioso.
All those viewers.
Imagine how inconvenient.
You cannot win for nothing. I can't wait to watch you try.
I don't trust any of them. I wish I was an animal that could fly. A raven. All I have at home are brothers.
Cross button. Slap. Circle button. Back.
What are you up to now?
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush.
The beast
Just be
petting
gentle.
brush is used to
and
nurture
think
magical
pleasant
beasts.
thoughts.
Lumos. R2 button. R2 button. Beast petting brush. R2
I
button.
like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry.
Beast feed is used to
Would you
feed
mind
and
giving
nurture
him some
magical
beast food?
beasts. Tap right button and Lumos. Essential. R2 button.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
I enjoyed it.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly. which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Sounds intriguing.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
She was brilliant.
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the ministry to help.
The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That sounds suspicious.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
Would be good to investigate.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Level 19. Circle button. Spells. Dark arts. Stealth. Room of requirement. Headache. The damage and duration of the incapacitating effect of Mandrix are increased. Dark arts. 4 out of level. Talents. Quests. All. The Caretaker's Lunar Lament. Cross button, level. Collections. Map. Floodflames locations. Hogwarts. The Great Hall. The Great Hall, Hufflepuff, many quests. Left button Revelio will clearly highlight nearby. Keeping 1 force, 1 control, and 1 damage spell in your spell set will prepare you for most combat scenarios.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. If you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most.
Circle button. Lumos. Triangle button. Glacis. Conf Ringo. Incendio.
This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves.
Revelio.
Statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. You, however, have seen how they affect me. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply...
I'd be happy to help.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? And I took advantage... now...
Circle button. Lumos. Desk endo. Expelliarmus. Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. R2 button. Hold to assign. Approach and interact with the lock to cast the unlocking charm, Alohomora.
Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Use left stick and right stick to move the sparks and rotate the dials until both corresponding gears are activated to release the lock. Circle button. Triangle button. Assign top, R2 button. Conf Ringo.
You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area.
Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Dear Mirabelle. Casting Revelio reveals authority figures and enemy. Reminder to staff. Use L2 button and R2 button to lure unsuspecting enemies.
Revenue.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
They're saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Brutes. Always
Revelio.
stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock would
Prefect's bathroom.
combative if the Ministry would allow them to have one. One of those days, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marching Professor Hecat's class is superb. I don't think that's what that class is for. She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone? How dare you speak to a prefect that way?
Aloha Mora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Circle button. Lumos. Utility.
Revelio.
In the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly
Confringo.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rule.
It's a majestic sport.
Jewel encrusted. Cross button. Slap. Circle button.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may... Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Oxmead, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'd be glad to help. If I have the time.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood. But I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons...
I'll keep looking.
Understood.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve it.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin Trial Challenge. Level. Gear. Gear. Equipped item. Burgundy Quidditch Glove. Equipped item. Stinger Dueling Gloves. Superb, black leather gloves. Well appointed. Facewear. Facewear. Unidentified face item. Gold wooden spectacles. Equipped item. Curious silver spectacles. Legendary. Gold wooden spectacles. Superb. Required level. Level 19. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin Trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Cross button. Slap. Circle button. Back.
That's it.
Aloha Mora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
Revelio.
Hogwarts crest.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
Confringo.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin Trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Revelio. 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 Accio. Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
Levioso. Accio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Arithmancy classroom. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Your gear slots are full. Gear. Gear. Level. Gear. Owl Post. Owl Post, Professor Heckat. Come and see me. Professor Fig, level 19. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Revelio.
Circle button. Back. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Palmistry model.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Map. Flowflame's locations.
Fine now, demiguise. Professor, could you remind me of the purpose of the assignments you set for me?
See in the future, hence the need when you...
Mudaiwa Ona.
I've always said that travel broad...
Map. U. The Grand Staircase, the Hogwarts. Astronomy Tower. Look for flames on the path to your... R3 button target lock is an effective tool against any enemy you want to combo, or otherwise find difficult to track.
Revelio.
Map. The Astronomy Wing. Hogwarts. Look for flame. The appearance of any gear can... Keeping 1 force, 1 control, and 1 damage spell in your spell set will prepare you for most combat scenarios.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess possible.
Fine now, guys. Revelio. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most
Map. Flames location. The Bell Tower, Hogwarts. Charms class. Defense against the Dark Arts Tower. The defense against the Dark Arts classroom. Professor Fig's classroom. Transfiguration. Between quests is a good time. A white outline indicates your active target. Aim mode L2 button reveals additional secondary targets, and a reticle for greater targeting precision.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Dear Professor Weasley, your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Map. Flugflames locate, exit. Defense against, Transfiguration Court, the Astronomy Wing. The Astronomy, the Bell Tower, Hogwarts. Bell Tower Court, special. Many quests have spell or level. Remember the L1 button tool will in difficult combat scenarios. Plants and potions are very powerful, and often the only level. 19. Circle button, map. Map. Quests. All. The Helm of Urtcote, Professor Garlic, Professor Ona's, The Man Behind the Moon, Flight Test. Professor Ona's assignment. Professor Ona wants me to field test Depulso on a levitated enemy. She also, Crossbutt, Madame Kagawa's assignment, Professor Sharp's assignment 1. Cross button. On track quest. Level. 19. One. Idurus Potion. Level. Map. Map. Flugflames location. Secret rooms. The map chamber. Room of requirement. Complete room of requirement quests to unlock new spells. Conjuration. Potion Station. Idurus Potion. A potion that, Maxima Potion. Wiggeneld Maxima Potion. Increases the drinker's spell damage for a limited amount of time. Brewing time. 30s. One. Idurus Potion. Release L1. Potion Station. Idurus Potion. A potion that, Maxima Potion, Focus Potion. Reduces the drinker's spell. Zero. 1. Potion Station. Maxima Potion. Increases the drinker's, Maxima Potion. Increases the drinker's spell damage for a limited amount of time. Brewing time. 30s. Yield. Circle button. Lumos. Altering spell, conjuring spell. Triangle button. Circle button. Triangle. Circle button. Conjuring spell. Conjuration. Circle button. Small scientific potion station budget. 1 out of 7. Potion station budget. Conjuration. Circle button. Lumos. Disillusionment. Potion station. Idurus potion. Maxima potion. Focus potion. Maxima potion. Potion station. Maxima potion.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Never mind. I focus best in a room that is, I'd like it to feel warm.
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Left button Revelio can sometimes help reveal the solution to a difficult magic puzzle. Zero. Focus potion.
Revelio.
Tapestry of Bar. Map. Flames locations. Quests. Quests. Professor Garlick's assignment 1. Professor Garlick wants me to field the helm of Urtkot. I need to progress in my studies and complete Professor cross button. Talents. Map. Flames locations. The Highlands. South Hogsmeade Valley. The Highlands. Hogsmeade map. Hogsmeade, world map. The 3 brooms. Remember to spend. Field guide challenges are the only. Triangle button will protect you from incoming blockable attacks, and holding triangle button will follow up with a stupefy counter attack that
Get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I wonder where they go.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll think about it.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. You can usually find me right around here. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Accio.
Ah, it's always nice to see a familiar face.
Mine now, demiguise.
Revelio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Accio. Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for.
Tomes and Scrolls. Beast Feeder Spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a Beast Feeder. Place 1 to Tartan Sunrise Scarf. Burgundy Quidditch Gloves. Current Pat, Loosened Fairy Green Sorcerer Hat, Traditional Check Cloak, Spring Ivy Blue Flat Cap. Gold Wooden Spectacles. Spring Ivy Scarf. Fairy Green Kilted Garb. Patterned Turban, Loosened Brown Palm, Trifecta Tartan Sunrise Scarf. Current Patterned Long, Loosened Umber Autumn Scarf, Traditional Check Cloak. Traditional Check Cloak. Trifecta School Robe, Loosened Brown Palmette, Blue Flat Cap, Fairy Green Sorcerer Hat. Forest Sorcerer Hat. Patterned Turban. Forest Sorcerer Hat.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Mine now, demiguise.
You're back.
Revelio.
Nice to see you again.
Alohomora.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Accio.
Circle button.
Lumos.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Accio. Lumos.
If it thinks it's got half a chance.
Map. Glad rags with.
Mine now, demiguise.
The minister will pay for the way they treat
Revelio.
If I'd been born a squib, I'd never show my face in public. Who needs keys when you know Alohomora?
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Map. Merlin Trial. North Hogwarts region. Hogsmeade. Merlin Trial. The Old Fool. West Hogsmeade. Brooms are most. Field guide challenges are the only. A white outline indicates your active target. Aim mode L2 button reveals additional secondary targets, and a reticle for.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
J. Pippin's Potions. Thunder Brew Recipe. Invisibility Potion Recipe. Sell items. Forest Rivet Glove, Loosened Tartan Sunrise Frameless Blue Flat Cap. Loosened Brown, Forest Sorcerer Hat.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now. Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
J. Pippin's Potion. Stench of the Dead. Endurance potion, invisibility, focus potion. Reduces the drinker's focus
wise
potion.
decision. Thank you.
Reduces the drinker's
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
level 19 quests. Professor Sharp's assignment 1 cross button. Level 19 1.
Excellent.
Level 19 quests. Professor Ona's assignment. Cross button. Collections.
Mine now, guys. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Revelio.
Hogsmeade. Guide pages. Circle button.
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsy might get an answer about these butterflies.
Circle button.
How does the Ministry define these curses are unforgivable?
Why do we allow the Ministry to decide anything? They allow Dementors to torment prisoners in Azkaban.
Perhaps I shall scout around Fellcroft for something to poach.
The unforgivable curses weren't always outlawed.
Circle button. Circle button. Triangle button. Assign top. Oxio. Incendio.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Protego! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Those ministry stiffs have never used an unforgivable curse in their lives.
Well, well. Look what we have here.
Map. Forbidden for the Highlands. Hogsmeade. Follow the three brew, South Hogsmeade. 4 spells can. Field guide challenges are the only. Remember to spend your talent points. Talents can significantly improve the power of your favorite spells and abilities, allowing.
Here I come.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterfly.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
Yes. And I was well rewarded.
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
Level 20. Talents. Dark Arts. Core. 6 out of Room of Requirement. Room of Requirement. Idurus Potion Potency. Idurus Potion makes you Invisibility Potion Potency. Level. Talents. Settings. Settings. Empty save slot, Percival Rackham's Trial. Exploring. Restart from last save. Exit to main menu. Return from. Are you sure you? A white outline indicates your active target. Press cross button to start. Connect your Harry Potter fan club account to import. Display off, upscale type. Gameplay off, control options. Connect your Harry Potter fan club, additional exit game. Exit your game session. Cross button. Are you sure you want to exit? Quit to OS. Cross button.